right? Our languages right now only exists. It covers only functional territory, and it functions very poorly. So we get in this language, all conflicts are possible, wars and violence, interpretations, and like what's possible is like I know something, you know, I really know. That's our religion. I know, but we don't. You see, so we don't have relationship with life like Socrates. Like, I know that I don't know.
So what is the substrate of all human problems?
Well, there is a most fundamental problem. That is the context of all particular problems that we experience. Every particular problems that we experience is already content. The fundamental problem, substrate of all problems, is the context, right? Mm-hmm. So, and look at it very close. What is the space? What is the space in which we live our lives in? It is our language. And language consists of words. And words are just representations of our experiences. So, our language is a conceptual space, semantic space, which is not adequate to reality in any shape or form. And this distinction must be made. So our language is the language of human condition. It's not the language which possibly can capture the complexity of life. It's not the language which can relate to life in all of its manifestations, right?
So it's not the language of consciousness.
No. So that's the point. It's not the language of consciousness. It's a language of human consciousness. It's the language of human condition. Mm-hmm. It's our invention, right? Our invention, because we are artificially separated from reality, artificially walled from reality from the time we lived in caves until now. We are still in a big picture, we are still in those caves because our language doesn't represent the complexity of reality. So what is the language which will represent the complexity of reality?
Yeah, what is that language?
What is the language? It's the language where we are no longer are imprisoned by the conceptual space. So the concepts, the words, we are not obedient to words anymore. We are no longer so we are not allowing for words to have a hypnotic power over ourselves. The words are like a spell. Our language is like a spell. So we need to get out of that spell. So outside of that spell, there is a natural language of existence. Natural language of existence is in which we still can use the same words. Of course, we will enrich our language tremendously also immediately, but it's not the words that are the problem, but our relationship with words, our obedient, subservient relationships with the words.
So instead of using words, words use us.
Yes, exactly. You did it. You said it. Yeah, our language uses us, and we don't notice that. We don't notice that. So we are. See, we talk about matrix. The matrix is our language. And if we take it serious that this language actually we believe, right? We are true believers now. It's our religion. That language actually represents reality. It is not. You know, we need to topple that essential human belief. You know, that essential human belief is much more, that religion of language is much more fundamental in Islam or Christianity or Judaism. It's our primary religion, you know. We live in it, we swim in it. This is how our identities are created. So
our identity is deeply connected to our ability to distinguish between the utility of language versus how language consumes us emotionally and cognitively.
yes, absolutely. It's our relationship with language must change, must transform, we must transcend our language, right? Our languages right now only exists, you know, it covers only functional territory, and it functions very poorly. So we get in this language, all conflicts are possible, wars and violence, interpretations, and like what's possible is like, I know something, you know, I really know. That's our religion. I know, but we don't. You see, so we don't have relationship with life like Socrates. Like, I know that I don't know. So, yes, so out of that arrogance, we developed that functional conceptual language which only can go that far. It will not, in the space of that language, we will not be able to realize our full potential at all. So our exploration must go in the direction of exploring what is language, the space of language. It's much more important than to explore space exploration, right? We are so much into space exploration.
Yeah, we haven't even started to explore human nature.
Yeah, well, we will never know.
In the big scheme of things, we haven't really got to, you know, the tip of the iceberg in that regard, and yet we're going deep into space.
We will not know. Until we will not know who we are, we will never be able to relate to each other in a way that works for everyone, right? Only knowing who we are, only knowing our essential oneness, which goes beyond our separation, which is just on the surface. In reality, deep inside, our true self, which is life itself, the experience of being alive, which everyone experiences, right? Everyone around the planet, we all have this experience of being alive. And that's the source of our unity. Not our nationality, not our religion, not our language, nothing like that. You know?
Oh, so you're saying that the greatest or the most precious thing that can unite humanity is not like even cultural closeness in terms of language or tradition or religion.
Yeah.
My God, I never thought about it this way. That's pretty precious.